Hey, what's going on, Sawadita? I just wanted to hop on here real quick and talk to you. Good news is it's not about real estate. I'm coming to you as Raul Rodriguez, Governing Board Member, Sawadita Unified School District. And I want to talk to you about an issue that I'm currently addressing. And I'm going to ask that you watch this entire video because at the end, I need your help. And the help isn't specifically for me, it's for our students, and more importantly, it's for the students and the entire state of Arizona. Okay? Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Last year, my daughter was arrested at Wrightson Ridge Elementary School. She was 13 years old in the 7th grade. As you can imagine, I was embarrassed, right? I think that's the first thing that I recall feeling. But that embarrassment quickly, turned into anger and frustration when I learned why she was arrested, right? So let me talk to you about that. So she had just finished her first period class. She's walking to her second period class. She's got her phone out. She's texting. She's with her friend. They're chit-chatting, whatever. Another one of her friends, a boy, walks up, tucks his head underneath her arms, and sticks his face right in her face. She leans back, and she slapped him. That's it. That's why she was arrested. Okay, it's the whole thing of this. This is the whole story. Now, there was a teacher's aide who claims to have witnessed this, right? And quickly walked over to the boy and asked the boy, "Do you want to press charges?" Okay, right off the bat, that tells me that the slap wasn't that bad, okay? Because if it had been that bad, it would say, "Hey, are you okay? Do you need to go to the nurse's office? Let's get you some medical attention," right? But that didn't happen, and it turned out it wasn't even needed. The boy walked into class, went through his entire day without a disruption to his school schedule. Same as my daughter. My daughter went to her class, nothing even happened. Obviously, a little bit later in the afternoon, my daughter gets called up to the assistant principal's office. And I get a call from the assistant principal, Mr. Arias, and he explains to me that my daughter is going to be suspended for 1 day for the slap. I said, okay, I agree with that. Sounds fair. This happened on a Tuesday. Wednesday, my daughter serves her suspension. Thursday, my daughter goes back to school without incident. Friday comes around 11 o'clock. That's when I get the phone call. Now, you're probably wondering, well, if the school suspended her, why is the Sawadita PD arresting your daughter? Go back to Tuesday. The boy's mother is a teacher at the school. She goes to Mr. Arias' office and explains to Mr. Arias that she wants to press charges against my daughter. Mr. Arias and the teacher walk over to the SRO's office where she files a complaint against my daughter. Come back to Friday, I get a call from Mr. Arias that the SRO would like to speak to my daughter. I'm thinking, okay. And he asked, would I like to come in? And I explained to him, I'm currently in Nogales. I'm showing some properties. I can't make it there. My wife is in the office working. She can't make it. He goes, hey, not a problem. I can sit in for you. Okay? Now, Mr. Arias did know why that SRO was there. Okay? He knew that she was there to arrest my daughter. Had I known, okay, that they're going to arrest my daughter, obviously I would have hopped in the car, got to go, get to Nogales, call my wife, get off. You need to get to the school. They're going to arrest our daughter. Okay? Obviously, that's what would have happened. Any reasonable parent would have done that. Okay? But just to question her, I didn't think anything of it. Right? My mistake. Make sure you learn from my mistakes. Tell your kids, you don't talk without mom and dad present. Okay? Don't do it. Learn from my mistakes, please. So, I give the authorization to the assistant principal to sit in on my behalf. 10 minutes later, I get a call that my daughter's been arrested. Like, what? The SRO gets on the phone, explains to me that my daughter's being arrested for a 3rd-degree misdemeanor assault and a 6th-degree felony for the disruption of an educational institution. Okay, I'm livid, right? The only thing I heard was my daughter's arrested and there's a felony. Okay, I'm a retired law enforcement officer. Okay, I retired from the Tucson Sector Border Patrol Station, and I worked for the Pima County Sheriff's Department. Okay, I'm well aware of what the consequences of this is. Okay, I know what's going on. The SRO handcuffed her, perp walked her in front of the whole school, put her in the back of her squad car, took her to the Sahuarita PD police station where she was fingerprinted and entered into NCIC with those charges, the 3rd-degree misdemeanor and the 6th-degree felony, taken to the Pima County Juvenile Court Detention Facility where she was booked and processed with those charges. Okay, we didn't get her back until 7:30 that night. Now, look, as a law enforcement, I am a disciplinarian, okay? But this is overkill. I mean, this is overkill. And that's why I was so upset and frustrated about this, okay? And I'm not here to blame the PD. They did their job, okay? I'm not even mad with the teacher. She did what she thought was in her son's best interest. Whatever, okay? All I want to do now is fix the problem, right? That's it. I wanted to show you the problem because, unfortunately, the bad news is this. There is bad news here, okay? This isn't uncommon. This is not uncommon, okay? Example, I spoke to a father. Similar situation as to my daughter, okay? His son was handcuffed and perp walked. He was so traumatized from that perp walk, he refuses to go back to school today, okay? So we're not only hurting our kids by, these charges, we're creating, mental issues, okay? Mental health issues, right? It's not good for kids to not socialize with other kids their age. That's part of their development. It's a very important part of their development, to be accurate, right? So what did I do? Okay, first thing I did was I got a copy of my the police report. I set up an appointment with the mayor and the town manager, and we went and spoke to them. I had the superintendent there, Dr. Manny Valenzuela, and our board president, Denise Reese, with me. Went and spoke to them. Okay, and from there we set up a collaborative meeting with the town council and the school board, and we had Chief Nolan come in. All right. I'll get back to that in a second. I do want to back up a little bit because I also filed, sent a complaint letter to the chief, and I got the response letter. And if you guys want copies of any of this, I'll be more than happy to share with you. Okay? Going back to the collaborative meeting, the chief is there, and coincidentally, we're talking about the issues we're addressing are kind of the similar issues that were the problem with my daughter's arrest. Okay? She's talking about Mirandizing our kids. ARS 132911, which I'll get to later on. That's the next project. But we're talking about that. And this new method that the chief is explaining on why it's going to be so much more effective to make sure we don't have incidents that were like mine didn't really pan out. Okay, sorry to say, the Sahuarita PD, specifically Chief Nolan, is talking about, he's really worried about the letter of the law and the spirit of the law. Okay, and you can't have both. It's one or the other, because the problem is with the spirit of the law or the letter of the law, you get two different outcomes, right? And Diane Priolo, the town council member, did a fantastic job of explaining just that. Really, really nailed them on that. I didn't say anything. I just listened, okay, because I was still a little, hurt, to say the least, mad and hurt. So I just listened. And from there, I realized, this isn't going to fix it. Okay? I already know this is not going to fix it, because he's still talking about the spirit of the law and the letter of the law. So I contacted a friend of mine, Rachel Keschel. She's a House representative out of LD 17, and she put me in contact with Consuelo Hernandez, who's our House representative out of LD 21. I sat down with her. I told her my story, and she said, "Let's do something about it." Okay, and we sat down and we crafted a bill. Okay. House Bill 2779 is the bill. And this is the first step in addressing this issue with what's going on at the schools, okay? With the SROs and the schools. And this bill is going to, two things. The first thing it's going to do is it's going to require the school to contact you when there's a police officer, whether it's an SRO or just a uniformed officer. It's going to talk to your child. They will contact you and tell you so you can be there with your child to advocate on behalf of your child. And you should. That's exactly what you should be doing. Okay? Don't do what I did. Get there. Secondly, we're looking at mandating continuing education for SROs. Okay? And the nice thing about it is the Arizona Department of Education has the funds for it. So if we have SROs, they'll be going up to I believe it's in Phoenix, where they'll be receiving that continuing education training. That's the first step in addressing this, like I said, all right? What you can do to help these students, right, is you can email me, all right, a letter with your contact information, where you live, and that you support House Bill 2779. Tomorrow, which is Thursday, I'm going to be up in Phoenix addressing the committee. The bill is only in committee right now. Okay, we're trying to get it out of committee and onto the floor for voting, and hopefully, we'll get the governor to sign off on it. So that's what's going on. This is the first step. Like I said, if you can, please email me. All right, and just contact me first, and I'll send you my email address if that's something you want to do, and then I will get those emails up to our legislators who need to see it. You can find the bill, the House bill, if you go to the House of Representatives, Arizona legislation, or just type in Google House Bill 2779 2025, and you'll see the sponsor is going to be Consuelo Hernandez, and it tells you what the bill is going to do. Okay? Again, like I said, there's a lot of information. If there's any questions, feel free to contact me. I want to be completely transparent what's going on. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a great day. Take care.